Hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Skycast. Now, today is a special day because today we do have a solar eclipse. Today is April 8th, and this solar eclipse will move through most of central and eastern the United States, all the way up into portions of even Canada. Main areas where you're going to see totality is going to be anywhere from Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, up into portions of New York, into Maine, and even into portions of Canada. I'm in the Kentucky area, so we won't see exactly totality, but we will see a good amount of this eclipse, and I will make sure to have photos posted on my Twitter, so make sure to follow it. Link is in the description. But just because the eclipse is happening, that does not stop severe weather. We have multiple rounds of severe weather on the way, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, for today, during the eclipse, the National Weather Service has highlighted an enhanced risk of severe weather through portions of Louisiana and Texas, a slight risk stretching from Louisiana, Arkansas, extreme southern Oklahoma, and then once again portions of Texas, and then marginal stretching all the way through the Mississippi Valley, general thunderstorm stretching all the way from Arizona over here into Kentucky, West Virginia. This is mainly going to be a hail-driven threat, but you will have a possibility to see a tornado or two with this 5%, where we're seeing that slight and enhanced risk. There is a 15% wind threat, 5% where we're seeing the marginal areas, and then once again, mainly driven hail. It's a hail enhanced risk where we have possibility to see 2-inch in diameter hail or larger, where we do have this significant, but 5% where we're seeing the marginal, 15 where we're seeing the slight, 30 where we're seeing the enhanced. And with this set of storms here, this could very well damage the point of where you're seeing the eclipse. We have storm chasers in the field not only watching this eclipse, but watching the storms firing off here as well. Multiple rounds of severe weather will develop from mid-afternoon throughout tonight across a large portion of the southern plains into the lower Mississippi Valley. Large to giant hail will be likely to be the main threat, especially over northwest Texas. There are a few tornadoes and severe gusts are possible. And you can pause to read the hypnosis if you like. This one is pretty large, but you can pause to read it if you wish. For tomorrow, the National Weather Service has highlighted an enhanced risk of severe weather through Texas, Louisiana. Slight risk through the same areas. Marginal risk once again through the same areas, stretching into more of the Mississippi Valley. We also have a general thunderstorm risk stretching all the way up into the Ohio, Tennessee valleys, all the way up to the New England states, highlighting another marginal risk of severe weather through portions of Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. This is mainly going to be an all-factor threat. We do have this 10% hatched risk of tornadoes with the possibility of a EF2 to an EF5 tornado. We do have that 30% wind threat, although this is not a significant hatched risk. This is just that 30%. We have possibility to see wind gusts in excess of 50 knots. And then hail's significance once again towards portions where we're seeing that enhanced and that slight risk. If we scroll down here, severe thunderstorms are expected from Tuesday into early morning Wednesday across most of the Texas to the lower Mississippi River Valley. Several tornadoes, a couple of which should be strong. Significant hail and damaging winds are likely. And you can pause to read this hypnosis once again here if you like. Then we continue to move eastward into day 3, an enhanced risk of severe weather stretching through the Mississippi Valley, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas. Slight risk stretching from Florida into Texas. Once again, marginal risk stretching up into Tennessee, and then a general thunderstorm stretching all the way up into the Ohio Valley. The probabilistic of this being severe is a 30% hatched risk towards the enhanced, 15% towards the slight, 5% where we're seeing the marginal. This could very well be a very high-scale event. We could possibly see this to be tornado driven if it continues the way it's going. Severe thunderstorms are expected Wednesday into Wednesday night across parts of the Gulf states to the deep south. Tornadoes, some strong and damaging wind gusts should be the primary hazard, and you can pause to read this hypnosis if you like. Now, here is the wind shear area that we're looking at. You can see towards areas of Texas and all that where we're seeing those severe storms pop up with that moisture. You can see that shear being there towards the 9th, moving into Louisiana. You can see that shear through that area as well. But as we move into the 10th is when, like I said, a possible tornado-driven threat is possible. Towards eastern Texas, you can see that red to the shear almost in the 100 to the 101 scale levels. And that will continue to move off to the east towards the 11th and the 12th. Driving that threat for a possibility to be once again another tornado threat, not only for the Ohio Valley up here, but for the eastern coast. But with that being said, the National Weather Service has highlighted two 15% risks, this being somewhat of a rare event, towards portions of Florida, Georgia, North South Carolina, and then portions of Kentucky, West Virginia, and Ohio. Personally, it does seem like this area in the Ohio Valley does seem to keep getting battered harder and harder. Once again, this being the first ever moderate risk for this year. My bad. For the day 4 through day 4, you can pause to read that right here. That with all that will be for the day 4 risk that we're seeing. Now, towards portions of Texas, Louisiana, even into portions of Mississippi, we do have a cloud cover that could very well affect the viewing of the eclipse. Right now, we do have a possibility of a watch issuance towards portions of Victoria, Houston, even into portions of Louisiana, the Arklatex area. We do have a 40% issuance of watch, but that's highly unlikely as we continue moving in, because the severe threat is not going to be until a little bit later. Of course, we do have these storms kind of moving northward into that risk area, but they will begin getting strong into the overnight hours, and that's a little bit weird because you don't have that heating of the day there, but it's always possible. About 5 a.m. we will begin continue into that risk area. That will be those strong storms towards portions of like Dallas, Tyler into Shreveport. Towards about 1-2 p.m. tomorrow, more storms forming up. 6, the portions of like Arkansas into Louisiana will be hit. And then eventually that'll just move off to the east coast, to the east, to the north, where we're seeing Arkansas up here. We will have more storms back here towards the Oklahoma, Texas area. Eventually, this will be towards the morning hours. That will eventually just wear off pretty much. And then when we get to 6, 7 in the morning, where we're seeing that day 3, we do have that possibility for that tornado-driven threat. 7, 8 in the morning, that'll move through the area. And then once again, a secondary backside of the storm towards 2, 3, and 4, and that will move off to the east, the northeast. This is the last run that I have on the NAM 3K, but this will continue to move off towards the East Coast. Will fuel somewhat of a event towards not only the East Coast, but portions of the Ohio Valley as well. Now, hello everybody, this is Skycast from the future. I did get some photos from the eclipse. This video did wind up getting posted after the eclipse. So there will be some videos at the end, some photos, some videos of the eclipse at the end. So if you want to watch, stay tuned for that. We'll move on to the outro now. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you're viewing the eclipse, make sure you're staying safe. This video may be uploaded after the eclipse, just with the way the thumbnail's being made. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.